Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Marcie Besecker and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up from Clovis, California. How is everybody today? Welcome, welcome. Let me make sure I've got my mute on and skip my ads. And I want live chat. So when it's on top chat, it tends to be the people that are chatting the most, and I like top chat so I don't miss anything. Hi Deborah, how are you? Rainy in Georgia. We just got home. We drove home, and there are signs all over our freeway that say, huge storm coming Monday. Don't drive if possible. I won't drive, but there's going to be people out there driving, and it's going to be pretty crazy, I guess. So, hello, Susan. How are you? Hi, Betty. Oh, that's great. Well, I'm glad you had a chance, Betty, to catch me live. Hi, Susan. Hi, Connie. How are you? Hi, Marcia. Carol, Linda, Roxanne. Hello, everybody, and happy Sunday. So I just came back from about an hour north is a lot of our families up there. And we had a one-year-old birthday party, and there was probably 100 people there. It's a big family, and the extended families has a big family. So they had a big birthday party and, snacks, and it was probably the first time that many of us have been together in a long time. So it was really nice, but I said, we need to leave early. But it started at 1:30. I mean, how long can a one-year-old's birthday party go? So anyway, we got out. It was perfect timing. Everything was done, and we were like, okay, let's go. So I was glad to get back here in time, but I forgot to post about my video before I left. So sorry about the short notice, but you knew I was going to be here, right? It was fun. Ooh, 27 in Minnesota. No, thank you. I love to see the snow, Deborah. When I snowboarded, it's way prettier than I thought, because when I first would go, I'm like, snow? No. But it was almost always sunny and beautiful when we went snowboarding. So the idea is let it snow and storm, and then the next couple days is when you go, because it's, fresh powder, all that stuff. But I don't snowboard anymore, but my husband does. Anyway, so today I was thinking I wanted to play with the new kit, and it is called Saying Thanks. I've opened mine. I bought 3, and I may buy more, and I'm going to show you them here quickly. But it had a lot of fun stuff. As soon as I saw the picture, which is on my cover photo, so let me show you. I just loved the colors, the watercolor look. I love polka dots, and the hearts were so pretty. But as you know, I'm not a huge fan of the card base of kit. It's too flimsy. I like our thick basic white paper. So you're going to see as I'm creating these cards, I bring in my thick white paper and I changed them up a little bit. If I were to make these exact cards, I would have cut the back off, maybe trimmed the front down a little bit, and then made the exact same card. But I'm going to add my thick white cardstock, the basic white base, because I want them thicker. So you'll see me bring that in, and I'll show you how I changed that up. The other couple things I want to share with you is paper share. I do have 3 left, and I will show you what that looks like, because I happen to have one right here. So this is a paper share. You're going to get every paper in the new catalog. Oops, did you see the little gifty I put in there? I'm taking the gifty out. Okay, so you're going to get all of the paper from the catalog, including the host paper. Look how thick that is. So you're going to get a package, which is 1/4 of a pack each of all of these. Okay, so I have 3 left. There is a link below. So there, if you're interested in a paper share, 3 left. I thought I had 4 the other day, and I ended up having 6, and now I have 3. So they are going quickly. So if you're interested, it gives you a little idea of all the paper, what it looks like. One of the papers I opened up and it was so much prettier than I thought. And I had only bought one pack. And that was by the Bay, this one. In this, I've already made some cards with it, but I can't show you. But these, this paper is so much prettier than I thought. So you're going to see the paper in person when you get it, and you'll get a better idea of all the papers. When you get to see them and touch them and feel them, it's just a different story. The other thing is tomorrow for bingo is my cutoff day. And when I say cutoff day, that means you are guaranteed a kit. So tomorrow I will have a certain amount of kits in mind that I'm going to make. I usually go over just a few. I don't like to go over a lot because I don't want to end up with a lot of kits on hand. And so I will, let's say that there's 53 kits. I may go to 55, I may go to 60. It just kind of depends how much time I have left before bingo. So tomorrow is my day. I will look at my number and decide. So by the time if you think, ooh, you know what, I want to do bingo, there may or may not be kits left. So that's just kind of what tomorrow's deadline means. That gives me a number to finish my kits or add more kits or, start prepping the kits, whatever it may be. And so that kind of gives you an idea. It is all new product. I don't remember. Let me look if I have a sneak peek. I don't have my sneak peek on here, but I have posted it on my Facebook page, which is Marcie Besecker Designs. So if you want to go look over there, you can get a sneak peek. But I have 4 different projects, 4 $100 prizes that will be given away, and we will play 4 bingo games. And like I said, you'll just sit back, relax, enjoy the game, and then your kits will come in the mail. You can go back to the video. I will timestamp each card, and then you make your cards at your leisure. Okay, so what else? There's one more thing. My January class is the Country Floral Lane. And here is the examples. Little snippets of the cards. They're super cute. I had so much fun with these projects. There will be 6 projects this time. Normally I do 4. So there's several ways you can get this. You can purchase the suite from me and then register. There is a link below. It's on my blog also. And you can get the class for free. Okay. Otherwise, if you already have a demonstrator or you already have the suite, you can still purchase the class for $35. If you are on my team, please make sure you register, and then you'll need to purchase the kit so that you can do your stamping and everything with that. I will still send you the kit. Of course, you just need to have all your stamps and everything. If you do not want to purchase the kits, but you'd like the PDF and the video link to my class, that will be $20. And there is a link on my blog for that. So you can go there and purchase that. Clear as mud. Yay. Hello, Cheryl. Hi, Linda. Hi, Lisa. Felicia. How are you? Hi, Deb. Hi, Jean. Another Deborah. How are you? Another Deborah. How are you, everybody? I don't want to miss anybody. I can do bingo or the class. What should I do? You guys pick for me, okay? I'm going to let everybody else pick for you. Bingo's 4 different projects, 4 different suites. Debbie, if you do the class, you just need to purchase the suite. And then you can do that. So in the suite, that's all 6 projects, but all the same suite. All right, everybody, so let's get busy. Let me show you what I have. So this is how the kit comes. It's called Saying Thanks, and I've opened it, so I'm going to just kind of pull some of my stuff out. You get 3 cards of each, and your card bases are that one, this one. Look, I threw my card stock in there. See, this is the difference. This is the card stock. And then this is the card stock you get, you know, the paper you get in the card. So this is much more firm, which I prefer. So I would cut those up and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, the other things that you get, okay, that's 2 cards. The other card is, so there is our paper, and it's going to look like this one right here. This, see, and I've already cut these off. See how I cut the other part of that paper, because we're going to use this. Now the paper that you cut off, which is this, you can definitely use for the inside of your card or stamping or whatever you want. There is not a stamp set that comes with this. Oops, let me pull this in. So you will just, you'll have some stickers and things, and I'll show you all those right here. So here's the hearts that you see. You can poke out those hearts. So I think it would be fun. You could stamp on this, like just an outline design, a flower, maybe the polka dot background stamp set, you know, whatever you choose. And then you have these here. So you have your, you know, your sentiments, of course, are all of the languages. It's cheaper and faster for them to just send the same packet to everybody. And so if you know somebody in a different language, obviously you can choose those. But for us, we're going to choose these 2 thank yous. And so those are the ones that we'll choose. And then you have these. Let's find a full one here that I haven't used. So we have You're the Best. Just wanted to say, okay, like thanks. I appreciate you. So you can say thanks, I appreciate you. And there is, I think this is all a different language. Yeah, so You're the Best, just wanted to say, and I appreciate you. And so that is what we have to choose from. And so we're going to choose some of those. And I think that's about it for the kit. You do get some white twine. I didn't use that. You get these. So you get the short width foam strips, and then you get the longer foam strip. So we will use some of those. And then you get these sequins, which of course I've already put somewhere. Oh, right here. You get these pretty sequins, and they're like a iridescent, but you can tell, see all the pretty colors on those? So it just matches really, really pretty. So I'm going to set those aside too. So let me show you what I did. I'm going to change it up a little bit and show you some alternatives. So the first card, what I did is I took one of these and I used my Amazing Thanks dies. And so I used my thanks because this is the theme we're going with, right? And if you look, I cut a bunch of thanks out of, this is just one card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5 of them, and I cut them this way because I wanted as many colors as I could get in my words, okay? So when I did it like this so I could get as many as I could. So there's what I got there, and so I got 5 of those. So really, you get 3 of these cards, so I have 2 more of these, and that's probably what I'm gonna do, is do my colorful thanks. All right, and it looks like I already pulled out that, and of course the die set, you get the solid background, so we're gonna adhere that to there. This one we'll save for another card, but see, look how cute those are. And it just goes great with these card bases, right? So I have those. Oh, and let me show you, not to forget the envelopes. So we have envelopes that match. It's the same envelope to match all the colors, so we'll put those in there. All right, so we're gonna start with this card. I love the polka dots. So I'm just gonna fold it. And I didn't want to do a whole lot with, oh, I folded it, and look, I didn't even cut it yet. So hold on, we gotta cut it. because I don't want to use this. All right. And so I believe I cut this to 4. So I'm going to cut this one all the way right on the edge, just slightly inside the edge, because of course I want more color. So I'm going to go here to 4. All right. And then by 5 1/4. So this is 5 1/2. I'm going to take an 1/8 off here. And then I'm going to go to 5 1/4 here, which is another 1/8 off, just because I want to keep the balance of my dots, right? Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing any questions. Oh yeah, Debbie, whatever you want to do, no worries. Okay, so that's this one. Then I'm going to take a black, so we're going to move this one aside. We've already taken that one apart. I'm going to take a black card base here. And this should be 4 1/8. Let's just make sure. Yep. By 5 3/8. Okay, so now when you put this on here, you're going to get that pretty trim of color. Okay. And then we're going to put it on a white card base. All right, so we have the white card base here. I have the inside already, which is the black with the white. So let's go ahead and adhere those together. And when I have something really colorful like this, I do like to put black, either a black card base or a black line around the outside, just to make it pop. So that's what I did. All right, and then I'm not going to waste one of these to add colors across the bottom. So if you had something you wanted to add to pull out all your colors, and even our new polka dot, what are those hand-drawn dots, if you wanted to add something across the bottom, you could. But it's a kit, so I kind of want to make it, you know, more on the simple side. And there's really not a lot of stamping on this card. There's no stamping, actually. So there's that. We are going to adhere our front. So let's add this on the front also. Have you guys seen the pictures of Santa Cruz? Oh my gosh. Somebody posted it on Facebook, and we were just there this summer. And we took the kids, and oh, you know what? I popped this part up. So I want to add a little bit of dimension. I want to, you know, not just make it all flat. Even though that's how the cards are made, I am all about popping them up. So we're just going to pop it up. And because it's a thicker card base, we can do that. If it was the thinner by itself, if I wouldn't have added the black behind it, I think it would just be a little too flimsy. Anyway, I saw some pictures of Santa Cruz, and oh my goodness, it's so sad. There's just flooding, and the weather just really tore up that area. Oops, look how crooked that is. All right, so we have 4 1/8 by 5 3/4 is our black. So that's going to be really close to the edge. I'm trying not to stick my head in here, but I want to make sure this is on here just right. There we go. All right, so there's our card. Okay, it's popped up. We've got the pretty black in the inside. All right, oh my gosh, I have to tell you a funny story. So my daughter sends me, she FaceTimes me when I was at the party. She didn't realize I was at the party. And she said, oh my gosh, Mom, did you see my Facebook page? And she's just cracking up. And I said, no. Oops. Okay, so when I put this on, I'm going to do it like this, right? So I'm going to hold on to this and then kind of guide it like that. So what I do is I like to put my tweezers where I want them when I'm going to put that on. So then now I'm going to turn it over, and I don't mind holding it in my left hand because I'm going to add my adhesive, but when I turn it back over, it's ready for me to deal with. Hello, Miss Olivia. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Oops, let me wipe this off. Anyway, so my daughter calls me. She's cracking up, and she's like, oh my gosh, Mom, did you see my Facebook page? And I said, no. So I sent my daughter a card, and I made it just specific for her. I made it with leopard print and plants, and it was just a special card. I told her already it's going to be late because you know the event was the 1st, and I wanted to get it to her, and I told her it's going to be late. My gosh, every year it's Christmas, it's just crazy time, but it's coming. Well, then, of course, there's no mail on the 2nd, so I have it sitting here ready to go. And she gets it, and she posts it. I love my card, but Mom, you normally write a book in here, and I was waiting to read it. I forgot to sign the card. My daughter's like, Mom, I know you forgot because normally you write a book. I said, oh my gosh. I was in such a hurry to try to not to miss the mail person and make sure I got it in the mail. I totally spaced. And I think my thought was, oh, I've got 3 days to fill it out because there's no mail. And then, yeah. Okay, so it's got glue on it. And now I'm going to just start over here because I want everything to just lay just right. So I'm going to start here. And here's where you can kind of squish it. Okay, so you're going to squish it so it lands where you want it. Now I'm going to let this go. And I usually like to pick up my pokey tool, and then I just kind of hold that and lay it down. Just make sure everything is kind of coming down where you want it to go, because you want that black outline, right? Look how pretty. I'm really loving this kit. No, Marcie, you wrote in invisible ink. Nicole, no joke. My upline gave me a whole pack of these pens. Okay, watch this. Oh my gosh, I know this is off topic, but you guys are going to crack up. Watch. So I have not really actually tried this, but okay, Marcie. They erase. So watch. So if you make a mistake, but apparently if the weather's too hot, I think it's too hot, not too cold. But if it's too hot, the ink disappears. Yeah, that's what it is, because I think she said that you can put them back in the refrigerator or the freezer, and once they get cold, the ink comes back. Like, I can still kind of see it. I mean, I didn't erase it super good, but can you? So if you guys have ink missing on your cards that I send you, just put it in the fridge, it'll come back. Yeah, that's what these are. Friction, ball friction clickers. They're gel ink rollers. I just love them because they're not that wet ink. And I try to change the colors as I sign cards. So you guys will probably notice some fun new colors that I'm sending out. I use those pens when I sew on fabric. Yeah. Oh, the iron. Oh, Deborah, you know what? It's funny you say that because I told my daughter, honey, it's not the first time that's happened. Oh, good. You guys are making me feel so much better. Oh, goodness. Yeah, it was kind of funny. But she was just busting up, and here I am at this party with hundreds of people, and I'm just busting up too. Of course, it was so loud in there, but it was just really funny. All right, so then I take a small mini dimensionals. Yeah, so I told my daughter, save it, I'll sign it. So it was just funny. I can't believe, I can believe I did that. All right, I just try to angle them just right so you can get the most coverage you can on here. I'm going to put that there. And then here what I do, I don't have any, it doesn't look like, is I just go straight up one of these little things, and I always have like a group of these that, like I'm going to put that one there. Okay, this one down here, and you notice I did half of them a little bigger than the other half. The left half is a lot thinner. Like this one's super thin. So I'm going to take this one and just put it right there. And that's plenty coverage. And then we're just going to, I mean, this is super simple. It's really not a whole lot of work. You die cut this out. I really like these dies. And you know, I think I forgot to add the supplies on, I did the supply list, but I don't think I added it because I ran home and did this really quick before the video. So I'll add them below and it'll be on my blog Wednesday night when I do my next post on there. All right, so there's that. And then you're gonna bring back these. Now these pop off your little plastic pretty easily. Like see, this one's already popped. So just be careful. I'm gonna put these out here, one over here. I'm just kind of doing it right around the sentiment, just so, and then I'm gonna pick a yellow kind of colored one and just put it like right here. So they're just in a triangle. And so look how simple and cute that is. Super simple, super cute. And then of course, you know, the inside, like I said, I would not cut this up. And I'm going to show you, I made a mistake earlier and I'll show you what I did. And that's probably going to help, because if I would have moved these words up, which I didn't because I really wanted to get as much of all the colors I could in them. But like I probably could cut this out right here and I could add it on the bottom on the inside. So if you were strategic on cutting this, or if you only did 5 and then you used one of these, you know, to add some color on the bottom, you could, but I don't want to waste it. So I chose not to do that. So I'm fine with it. It's so colorful and pretty in the front. I felt like you really didn't need that. Okay, so let's do the next one. Yay! Look at me doing more than one card today. Woo, woo, woo. All right. So now we have this card base. And again, I'm going to cut this down. So let's bring this one in. And we're just going to cut it right down just to get rid of the back side. And we're keeping the front, of course. And now this is going to be 4 1/4. So I'm going to go 1/8. And I'm going to cut, let's see, yeah, 1/8. I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to cut this side 1/8. So this should be 4, right? And then same thing, I'm going to cut 1/8 right here. And then I'm going to cut 1/8. So this should be 4 3/8. Oh, 5 3/8. Where am I at? No, 5 1/4. Hello, 5 1/4. So there's that. All right, so there is your panel. Why does that look wrong? 5 1/4. I'm just going to go a tad smaller because we're going to get, you'll see why in a minute. All right, so let's get all that out of here. The next thing we're going to do is one of our heart panels is going to go right on top of this. And if it's a little bit bigger, it's okay. I don't have a problem with it, and you'll see why. So we're just going to go ahead and it's really close to the same, which is fine. In fact, I am going to, now this one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to cut this one down just a tad bit more. And when it's such a slight amount, I like to bring in my guillotine to do it. And I wish this was still available, but it's not. But if it ever becomes, trust me, I will let you know. All right, so there's that. Now, I brought in a window sheet. So this is going to go here. So we're going to take all of these hearts out. Now, you could stamp on this. I would think, you know, like the hand polka dot, the hand-drawn dots, or like a thin flower, like a flower that's just outlined, just stamp it in black. I mean, there's lots of things you can do. But the way I'm going to do it, I think it works out doing nothing, because we're going to put a few things on top. And we're going to add some, you'll see some color. I do too, Terry. I loved these bright colors. That's why I was like, I have got to get this. It's only $13 because there's no stamp set. But if they were to come out with like these two cards and the envelopes, oh man, I'd be happy because I think these are super cute. All right, so let's get this out of the way. We're going to keep these for later. I'm going to put those in my box. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. Oops, just my silicone mat. And I turned it over. Okay, you have your black outline. We're going to turn this over, and I'm going to take my runner, and I went down the sides on all of it. Okay, down the sides. We're going to be able to fix it. Down the sides. Down the sides. Okay. Now, if you have some inside the hearts, just go like this, get them out. This one seems to be fine. And last night I had them all on the heart, so you just kind of wipe them to the side and you're fine. And then I did just a few little spots here and there because you want your acetate to stick, right? So can you see I just did little tiny spots in between the hearts. Could you use it as a stencil? Oh, for sure, Ada. Yeah, you could. You could definitely use that for a stencil. Actually, keeping one of them might be a really good idea to do that if you didn't have more than one kit. If you have more than one, especially, you'll have plenty. Keep one. All right, so I'm going to wipe my adhesive off the edges, kind of roll it back underneath. So I just like to make sure, because I don't want my recipient to get this and have adhesive all over. So I just like to roll it underneath, get rid of that. Okay. All right, there's that one. There's that. Okay, so there we go. Now let's take it. Now I'm going to put this face down so that we can align our acetate just right. I'm going to do another little bit right there. Make sure I have it wherever I want it. Okay, you just need the tiniest bit. All right, now we're going to take our acetate and, oops, be careful because you want to make sure it's inside. If anything, we can cut it, but I think I'm okay. Measure it beforehand is a good idea. All right, now I'm going to put my hands right here and start at the top and go really close to the top. And left and right, you want to make sure all the hearts are covered and all is covered. Okay, so I'm going to take this tissue and just kind of rub it. All right, so I have it all the way around and it's not going over the sides. So now, except my adhesive right here. There we go. All right, so now I have this and it's all covered, right? So we're going to turn it over, and they provided us with our adhesive strips. What did I do? So they give you these adhesive strips right here. So we're going to use the long ones first. And so what I did is just start, I go right to the edge of the hearts. You don't want to see it, but you don't need it close to the edge either. You want to make it close to the hearts. So go here and down. Now what I do when I get to the corner is I snip it on the outside and then I turn it. So you notice I didn't snip it all the way, and then I just turn this like that. So it's actually still attached together right there, barely, but it is still attached. And then I have this little strip from yesterday, so let's get rid of that. Squish it together and down, as long as you don't have any openings. And then again, you're going to put it here, squish it together, go down. Again, I'm going to go there, turn it, and when you're laying this down, just push it towards that way a little bit. You just want to make sure that you're not leaving yourself a gap right there. And if it does, you can just add a little piece right there. It won't hurt. All right, we're going to take this piece here. It's so funny because I've got this glare just coming right off of this. I like this kit. Is it a paper pumpkin one or in the online? It's on the online catalog. Just type in kits, or it's called Saying Thanks. And let me see, there's a number. It is 162361. 162361. And it's called Saying Thanks. It's really cute. I really like it. I'm not always a huge kit fan because I tend to make things more difficult. But I really do like this one. And if you change it up, you know, do whatever you want. Add it. And you'll see something else that I did that I pulled in. I'm going to pull this one. And I'm going to go to the corner and squish it in. And go to there. And I go all the way up and then I fold it and then I cut right there. So it works out fine. All right, so there's that. And we're going to take this. This card is going to have, oh, here it is. My card base. It's going to be black. I don't need, oh yeah, I did white on the inside, so we'll add that right now so we don't lose it. You know what happens if I don't put my inside in? I think, oh, I'll do the inside later. Well, then when I go to pull a card to mail it, I go, oh man, there's no inside. Why does this just not? That is not rectangle. I hate to tell you, but where did this come from? This isn't even 4 inches. Okay, boop, that one's gone. All right, that was weird. I'm like, that is not. I don't know. I think I must have used that as a scrap or something. Okay, let's do this again. So when I pull a card and I go to use it, it doesn't have any inside. If I'm in a hurry and I don't have time, it's, you know, I try to remember to stamp the back of my cards and all that good stuff. And so I try to put my inside in as I'm making it because, you know how that goes. All right, so now before I add this, what I want to do is we're going to do this. So we're going to add this on here. We're going to take our piece here and it's going to be fine. It's going to line up pretty perfectly. But I'll show you kind of what I did with the other card. It looks a little bit different. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in our for everything fancy sequins. And we're going to use green. We're going to use a blue, and we're going to use pink because this is a very colorful card. So I like to just use the lid and pour some on here. Remember, you're using all 3, so you don't need to get too crazy, but you do kind of want to flatten them out because you want to make sure that, you know, you're putting everything down nice and flat with the top part, okay? Look how pretty these are. All right, so you have all 3 different kinds. All right, so we'll just set those over there. All right, and I'm gonna put those up, and now I'm gonna just kind of move them towards the middle, but flatten them. So the little ones that try to sneak away, I just move them closer. Okay. So I'm good with that. What is going on here? Sometimes you will get a group of sequin. Okay, here's a perfect example. So you want to look at your stuff. See that? It's a whole row of sequins. So just put them in your hand and kind of rub them together. Oops. Let them fly all over. And then put them back because it's just one big group of sequins that are stuck together. So I just kind of glance at that and make sure that, you know, they're apart. All right, now we're going to do the best we can and put this on here. So let's take all of this off first. You're welcome, Nicole. Deborah, we do get busy and focus and lose our focus. We're so busy and we're concentrating and sometimes, again, this year I'm going to try and be really good about sending cards because I make more cards than I send, and that's just not right. So I'm going to start sending cards more often. All right, all my adhesive is off. This is lined up pretty closely to this, so I'm going to look at the bottom and hope I don't have to trim it, but we might. I'm going to go straight down. Okay, straight down, and now I'm going to press all the sides down because hopefully your sequins are still in the center. Okay, hopefully it's all sealed and it looks like it. Now I can see a slight sliver of white right here, so I'm going to take my larger scissors and angle just a tad, just to get that little edge off. Okay, there we go. Again on the right, because I did it from the bottom, I wanted to make sure. Now if you could get it even on the right, you could always start it bigger and then measure it down to get it where you want it, but we're good. All right, so there's that. Now we're going to go ahead and adhere it. And I'm fine. You know what? I think I used liquid. All right, so we're going to put liquid on here. I want to put a bit just because it's holding a little bit of weight. That's good. All right, and now we're just going to center this. Now you could put another color underneath there if you wanted, and I'll show you what I did to the card before, and you'll kind of see what I did. I can see my adhesive right there just a little bit. There we go. All right, so now we have this really pretty shaker card. Look at that. See all your little hearts? Okay. So again, easier to see it when it's up and down. Okay, so look how pretty that is. Okay, now we're going to bring in the stickers they gave us. The first one is thanks. So we're going to add our dimensionals on this, which I'm going to use the large ones. And now I'm going to use a small one over here because it's just a little thinner over there. But a regular one, you don't have to cut it because it's pretty big, good size. So let's use this. And I like to adhere this to the card before you add your sentiment because it's going to hang over just a tad, and you want to make sure that it's still within your card. So I'm just going to put it right about there. Okay, so there's our thanks. And then we're going to use this strip right here. And we're going to put, oh, you know what? I'm going to use this because it's a little thicker. It's a little wider. So I'm going to go there and about there. We're going to take the side. And we're going to add it right here to add a little bit of more support there on our sentiment. And this comes with the kit. Thanks. And I'm going to go down so you can see the hearts. You're the best. All right, now we need our sequins. So see, even when you look at a kit, look beyond, because there's just so many different things that we can make. Okay, I'm going to put that here. I'm going to put one here and one right there. Okay, so here are the two cards that we made. Okay, one's a shaker. Now, it does come with your twine. Let me find it. It does come with twine, so if you wanted, you could add twine in the back. I'm not a big twine person. I love linen thread, but I'm not a huge twine person, so I opted not to do that. I really want the focus to be on all my pretty sequins and my pretty colorful hearts. Isn't that beautiful? What a cute Valentine's Day card. This one, such a neat thing for thanks, and you could still add another little sentiment here like we did there. And then I'll show you my third card that I did. And what I did is I brought in some dandy paper. Oh, let's not forget our envelopes. Our dandy paper from our celebration. Okay, let's not forget our envelopes here. Look how cute those are. And then I did this one. So again, I used my sequins. I used the same paper that I used here. Now my downfall to this brilliant idea is I wasted all of this paper. I put the whole panel on there when really I could have just I could have made 4 of these cards, right? But this was with the, where's my stamp set? With our new Lucky Clover. A good friend is like a 4-leaf clover, hard to find and lucky to have. And it's just so cute. And then on the inside, look, I have adhesive all over my fingers. On the inside, I did pop it up, but look how cute. I added the little, oh, look, I have sequins, I have glue. I added the little clovers, and then I added another little strip of that paper. I think the dandy paper, when you put in a $100 order, go to your celebration items. This is amazing because I think it's going to be perfect for Easter, for Valentine's, for St. Patrick's Day. There's a lot of solid image, you know, kind of paper. So there are the 3 cards. Here might be a little closer look. Oh no, that has more of a glare. No, you can see it here better. So again, we have, you can see the colorful. I made sure that I used the corner that has a lot of green. This color had a little bit more of the pinks and stuff in it. And then again, sequins there. And then of course this one. And I just love these little, they're very, very flat, but they add some really fun sparkle to your card. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm trying to read here and get caught up. Cards are so bright and cheerful. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks, Debbie. You're welcome, Nicole. So I hope you guys will think about the kit. It's a super, super cute kit. I love anything that has a lot of color to it. It's just bright, it's cheerful. And I think that, you know, when you're saying thanks, I mean, this is really kind of a flat card, but let me tell you how heavy it feels because we put a liner on here with regular card base, with the thick card base on the back, and then we use this panel which is thicker than DSP, so it's really a nice thick card. And then we popped up the thanks, so it's super nice. Can you imagine adding like the glossy dots on here? Or I mean, there's so many, even the milky ones would be, you know, pretty. They're bright, some bright ones. So the Celebration DSP is awesome for sure. Thanks, you guys. And look at me, I made 2, and look at it, it's only $6.49. Record for me. But if you don't have these, I highly recommend them. They're super, super cute for shaker cards. They work great. You can also pick out different things. If you want some silver, like this one has some gold and some sparkle. This one has gold and the clear and of course blue and green. This one has the same gold with, and some are sequins, some are flat, and there's different sizes, and there's clear ones and opaque ones. There's just all different kinds that you can pick and choose and get the colors that you want out of there. And if you want just silver or whatever. So yeah, think outside the box, especially when you see the kits. A lot of times I shouldn't say never, I rarely do the kits as they're given. I love them, but I will always use the thick white cardstock. And then I will, sometimes I do the cards exactly how they have them because they're just so cute and I like them. And I like these too. So I would do them, but I would change out the thick white cardstock. And that's just, they try to keep it at a price that's reasonable. And it's for a lot of beginners, but you know, you can do things and change it up that's not so beginner and have a great base to do a quick card that, you know, really says wow and super fun. And it's not just, you know, your basic card. Yes, Nicole, you sure do. Hi, Elaine. Can you still get forever sequins? Let's see. For everything, fancy sequins, these, I believe they're in the main catalog. Am I wrong? Oh boy. I hope I didn't. Let me look. Let me make sure they're not in the holiday catalog, because then I'm going to be really sad. Because I was thinking they were in the main catalog. Let me look. They are not. No, the adhesive backed seasonal sequins, which I also love. Those are not available, but yes, these ones are available. They should still be available. The number, Elaine, is 159187. But I love them. They're really, really great for different things. Oh, you're welcome, Debbie. Hi, Melanie. How are you? Thanks, Lisa. Thank you, Terry. All right, everybody. So again, just a quick reminder, my paper share, I have 3 left. And this is how much cardstock you will get, minus a little prize I put in, a little something, something for you. So you will get one of every one of the papers. Including the host paper. Okay, so you will get that. I am really good, Melanie. Thank you. And so 3 left of those. Somebody did just go on and purchase something on my site. I don't know what it was. It could have been Bingo that is coming up. It is the 18th. The cutoff for Bingo is tomorrow. And again, that just means you are guaranteed a spot and a kits. Bingo goes on tomorrow, just tells me, okay, start making the kits. I put a number and then I will change my blog to unlimited to a certain number. So once they're gone, they're gone. So you might consider that if you're interested in Bingo. There's 4 projects. I really love all of them. And it is from the new catalog. Everything's the new catalog. So that is available. And then of course the January class, which is the Country Floral Lane class. If you purchase the suite from me, which is suite 160390, the class will be free, but I need you to please register. There's a link below. Just register. Do not pay. If you're going to buy the suite from me, don't pay. Just register. And then there's a note on there. You can just leave me a note saying I'm going to be purchasing the kit. If you already have the kit, or if you already have a demonstrator, or if you are a demonstrator, then and you still want to participate in the class, it's only $35 for 6 projects. And if you are on my team, if you purchase the suite, just make sure you register because you're going to need the suite to create your projects. You still will get the kits. And then if you do not want the kits because you'll create your own, but you would like the PDF and a link to my video, I will do that for $20. And It's going to be a private link because, of course, it's a paid class. So let's see. Making sure I'm not missing anything. All right, I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Of course, don't miss out on the special to join. It is through the end of February. But right now, if you purchase, if you want a machine, you can do the boho blue machine, which is shown here. You can do the white machine, but normally it's $99 and you get $125 in product. But right now you get $175 in product, which is a lot. And if you don't want a machine, because you've already got a machine, and this of course is the mini machine, then you could do $99 for $175 in product. I would love to have you as part of my team. If you'd like to join me, or if you have any questions, let me know and I can help you. If you join now, this is considered the middle of your first quarter. So your first official quarter is April, May, June, with July being your grace period. So if you join now, you are guaranteed to be a demonstrator through the end of July. With that being said, anything this quarter will go towards next quarter. So really you have the 6 months to come up with your quota, which is $300 in sales. So easier to do than you think. Share your link. You'll get a link to share with friends, and it's going to be fantastic. And then in May, during your time as a demonstrator, the new catalog comes out. So right now is perfect because you can take advantage of the mini catalog now, Celebration, the main catalog, and then the new main annual catalog will be coming out soon. So I hope you take advantage of it. I mean, it's a discount. You just can't pass that up. So I hope you don't. All right, everybody. I don't see any more questions for me, so I'm going to let you go. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Be safe tomorrow. We have major weather coming here, and it's saying don't drive if you don't have to. So other than that, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.